with what Mr. McLaughlin was saying and what he has in writing, that he agreed. You know what? I am not going to sit here and try to overtalk you because if you keep interrupting me, you're going to be going with my bail.
This case is about to take a turn you won't believe. We've got Judge Simpson at the helm, and from the very first second, you can tell he's not here to play games. What starts as a heated dispute over an apartment and a couple of $400 payments quickly spirals into a courtroom confession, lies unraveling in real time, and a defendant caught in a maze of contradictions. Patrick McClin claims the apartment was surrendered voluntarily, while Daniels insists he was locked out and coerced into accepting money. But the judge? He's got receipts. Watch closely as Judge Simpson meticulously breaks down each inconsistency, grilling Daniels with relentless logic and legal pressure. The defendant goes from defensive to apologetic, and what unfolds feels less like a legal dispute and more like an unraveling of a story too shaky to stand. Get ready, because the emotional tension, legal revelations, and sharp judicial authority in this case will leave you stunned.
Your Honor, Alex Henry, on behalf of the defendant, who is also present, Daryl Daniels.
Daniels?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Your Honor, if I may before start, may I say something? Good luck.
Maybe. No, go ahead. What do you want to say?
Last time I was here, Your Honor, I was scared, and I lied to you.
And there it is, the confession. The defendant outright admits he lied to the court. This moment is huge. In legal terms, an admission of dishonesty in a courtroom, especially after previously being under oath, seriously undermines credibility. Judge Simpson now has full license to doubt every word that follows. And notice how emotionally raw Daniels sounds. He tries to frame the lie as fear-driven, even expressing that he didn't want to appear weak. It's a moment filled with vulnerability. But let's not forget, deception in court has real consequences. This isn't just about emotions. It's about law, trust, and the sanctity of sworn testimony. From here on, everything Daniels says will be under a microscope. Let us know in the comments. Do you think fear is a valid excuse for lying in court, or does it just dig the hole deeper?
Okay. I wasn't honest. I went through this with Mr. McLaughlin, and I didn't when they wouldn't let me into my place. So I took the money.
Both sets of money?
Huh?
Both sets?
I took the money. Because I had no place to go. And I didn't know what to do. And I had medications, and I was out on the street, having no family and friends. And he kept pressuring me to move out so that someone else would move in. And he kept sending me emails and texts that my security deposit was going down, and I really didn't know what to do. And being not able to get back to my place where my stuff is, and I was scared. I truly was, and I didn't want to admit that I was afraid or something like that. You know, I thought it might make me seem like I'm weak or something like that. And I found out that makes me seem like I'm weak by not being honest. And I apologize. Please forgive me.
So you voluntarily surrendered the apartment?
No.
This is where Judge Simpson starts tightening the screws. His question is razor sharp. If you didn't surrender the apartment, why take the money? And Daniels, he fumbles hard. He says he didn't agree to surrender, yet accepts a $400 payment. That contradiction is the crux of this hearing. Courts don't deal in vagueness. They want facts, timelines, and intent. So when Daniels waffles between "I didn't want it" and "I had no place to go," the judge sees through it. The deeper issue, accepting that money may legally constitute surrender, especially if it's documented in communication, texts, or video evidence. It's not just about intent, it's about perception and proof. Legal insight. In tenant-landlord disputes, accepting a move-out payment can easily be interpreted as an agreement to vacate, even if not written. And that's where things get dangerous for Daniels.
No, I didn't surrender the apartment. No, I can't get back in. They had already locked the doors. I couldn't get in. I couldn't get in. They're standing there. I couldn't get in.
So what are you claiming you lied about?
I accepted the $400.
Which $400?
There's only one.
Well, no. My understanding is there's two $400.
That's what they're trying to say.
Okay, so which $400 did you lie about?
A video that they have showing him giving me $400. This video.
From Mr. McLaughlin's agent.
Yeah.
You took that $400.
Yeah. They came down the bottom of the stairs and they gave it to me.
Okay.
I didn't want it, but.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on, Mr. Daniels. So you took that $400, and that was the $400 where you agreed to surrender the unit.
No, I didn't agree to surrender anything.
Then why were you getting? Then why were you getting the $400?
He told me, the gentleman said, Daryl, listen, you might as well, have a place to stay in. And I agreed with him, the gentleman won't have me one. And I'm like, I'm not signing anything. That's wrong. He's like, yeah. He said, I don't.
Well, so
I was right.
Daniels,
Yes, sir.
there's this meeting that takes place.
Yes, sir.
You're given $400.
Yes, sir.
Why did they give you the $400 if it wasn't to relinquish possession of it?
I wasn't relinquishing possession.
Okay.
I never agreed to it.
Okay. All right. Then why did you take the $400?
Judge Simpson doesn't let up, and for good reason. This moment gets to the heart of the case. Why accept money if you weren't giving something up in return? Daniels claims desperation, no home, no food, no medication, and while that tugs at the heartstrings, it doesn't necessarily hold up as a legal defense. What the judge hears is inconsistency. The defendant paints a picture of being trapped and manipulated. But that doesn't erase the fact that he accepted cash under circumstances that imply agreement. Judges are trained to cut through emotional noise and examine facts. Did Daniels benefit? Yes. Did he reject the money? No. That's enough to undermine the claim of being locked out. Question for you. If someone accepts money while emotionally distressed, should that count as a real agreement? Or is it just survival?
I didn't know what to do. I had no place to go.
What do you mean you didn't know what to do?
I had no place to go. And I don't want to stay on the streets. And
Mr. Daniel,
yes, sir.
what you're saying, it doesn't make any sense. So, you need to start telling the truth. So,
I took it because I didn't have no place to go. I didn't have no money to get food to eat. I had medications that I had to have. And
Mr. Daniel, you had a place. They said, so here's what you told me.
The door was locked. I was locked out. I didn't have the keys to the place. The locks were changed. I had no way of getting in. And if you show the video properly, even the front door was boarded shut. It was X cross with wood. I couldn't get in. The locks were changing all that. I come around to the back, and there they are standing at the back door. And I'm like, listen, let me in. And they're like, no. And I, it's like, I got scared, it's like, no excuse. I do a lot of mental illnesses, mental things, and I thought that they all coming at me anyway. They had broken into my home while staying there, and the tenants that stayed there, I told Mr. McLaughlin, he's like, so what you want me to do? And I was afraid, honestly. But I was afraid that I was afraid that I would react in a way that I wasn't supposed to. I didn't know what to do.
This is one of the most emotionally raw segments in the entire case. Daniel spirals into a confession that blends panic, fear, and a sense of powerlessness. He mentions mental illness, fear of retaliation, and trying to be smart by accepting the money while planning to later report the landlords. But legally, intent is everything. If you take the money and don't report it right away, or worse, lie about taking it, your story crumbles. Courts expect you to act in good faith, not play double agents. This is also a turning point where Daniel shifts from assertive defense to desperate apology. And for Judge Simpson, who has likely seen countless cases just like this, the shift is both predictable and exhausting. Pro tip: judges don't just listen to what you say, they track how your story changes. And Daniel's story is changing too fast for comfort.
Honestly, I didn't. Truthfully, I didn't know what to do. And not thinking properly, and thinking that I would be smarter than them, accepting it and still coming to report against them for what they've done. That's what I thought. I've been truly, at the time, everything was happening. I was panicking and didn't want to go through it. Didn't want to go on the streets. Didn't know what's happening. And they offered money, and I said, okay. I thought I was being smart. I apologize. I didn't know what I was doing. I was very scared. Thought I was trying to be able to come here and tell what they were doing to me that was wrong. Because I was already locked out. The locks were already changed. I thought I was fine. I did. I apologize.
Mr. Daniels, what do you want me to do now that it's been determined, well, you've admitted that you lied?
I was already, as I stated, the locks had already been changed. I was locked out. I want to be treated fairly, done right, but I conducted myself like they did.
Well, that's interesting. You want to be treated fairly because,
I treated myself like I did.
well,
I thought-
quite frankly, this isn't about you because you came here on the date the hearing was set. Mr. McLaughlin was not here. You told me they had locked you out,
Yes.
that you could not get back in your
Yes,
premises
yes,
and all of that, right?
yes,
That basically he had resorted to self-help.
yes.
What that led the court to do was to then set, but now I understand why Mr. McLaughlin wasn't here because you had surrendered the apartment.
No, the doors were already locked. The locks were already changed. The locks were already changed.
So then I show cause Mr. McLaughlin to come in. He files an answer, he files a response.
Yeah.
We are back here. You go and get legal services.
Yes,
Mr. Henry appears.
yes,
And at that hearing, you continued to maintain that you were locked out.
yes, yes.
And specifically told me that you didn't take the $400.
I lied.
I know. We get that you lied. But that you didn't take the $400, that they locked you out, that then there wasn't this.
Another direct admission, and this one hits hard. This is the second time Daniels admits to lying, this time while under oath. That's serious. We're no longer in gray territory. This is straight up perjury. Judge Simpson doesn't explode. He doesn't need to. His calm demeanor, layered with precision questioning, exposes the contradiction without theatrics. And it's brutal. Daniels not only misled the court, he misled legal services, community mental health, and possibly multiple systems that offered him help based on false information. That's a ripple effect of deception. If this were a criminal case, this kind of dishonesty could result in charges. Luckily for Daniels, this is civil court, but the consequences are still severe.
Period in time afterwards.
Yes. They changed
You
the
got
law.
community mental health because of that to put you up.
Yeah.
So other monies got paid on your behalf.
Yes. They did change the locks on the door, Your Honor. I couldn't get in. The locks were changed. I couldn't get in.
Tell me why I should believe you.
Truly, Your Honor. Not
What?
not telling the truth the first time it came here, you shouldn't.
I shouldn't believe anything
I do.
you are telling me. I
understand.
do not believe.
I understand, but I couldn't go on, after, sit back praying and think about it. And you've been honest with me, you've been fair with me all the time. And I
Look
couldn't
what I do.
tell you no lies. And I had to come tell you today and let you know that. I was just afraid, Your Honor. I was
Afraid of what?
I don't know, everything. I was locked out and the locks have changed already when they gave me the money. They're already changed. I'm locked out. And I thought I was based, I don't know. I'm so jealous. Apologize. Please forgive me. I won't say anything else, that might say what else can I say. But I was being honest, I'm now I am. I like you.
You know something? Not only did you lie to me, you recall at the last hearing, I had my bailiff put Mr. McLaughlin under oath, and we put you under oath.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. McLaughlin maintained the same story that he basically put in his written communication and what he had said. He didn't have everything with him. He said he had a video and wanted to make sure that he could bring it next
Mr.
week.
McLaughlin have not been honest.
Oh.
Listen, why every time I called other people I was trying to move out of Mr. McLaughlin's place because I didn't like it there.
You surrendered possession. You surrendered possession of
No.
the premises.
No, sir.
Yes, you did.
No, sir.
Yes, you did. That's why you took the $400.
Here comes the hammer. Judge Simpson isn't buying anything anymore. His patience has run out, and the narrative Daniels tried to weave has collapsed. What's most fascinating is how the judge lays out a logical sequence. The property was surrendered, the money exchanged, and there's even written communication confirming it. Daniels' insistence that he didn't relinquish possession starts to sound absurd. And when Judge Simpson says, "I don't believe you," that's not just emotion, that's a judicial conclusion based on evidence, testimony, and behavior. This isn't just about a tenant losing a place to stay, it's about trust being shattered in a court of law. Daniels might have thought his emotional story would earn sympathy, but sympathy isn't stronger than facts.
Your Honor, as I stated, the locks were already changed before they gave me that. The locks were already changed.
I don't believe you.
I know you would. That's why I have to tell you the truth. The locks were already changed.
You know something?
Here's
Here's
the video.
no.
Show you the video.
No, be quiet.
Pardon?
Be quiet. You lied to this court when you came here, caused me to file an order to show cause, got Mr. McLaughlin in. Mr. McLaughlin had to file an answer to it.
This is the moment everything comes crashing down. Judge Simpson unleashes a scathing summary of the damage Daniels has caused, filing unnecessary motions, dragging legal services into the mess and wasting court resources. But what hits hardest is how Judge Simpson exposes the full extent of the manipulation. Daniels lied to legal services, to community mental health, and to the court multiple times. In doing so, he not only undermines his own case, but also potentially harms future defendants who genuinely need help. When courts are lied to, it makes them more skeptical of real victims. This isn't just a breakdown of one case, it's a failure of credibility that hurts the legal system as a whole. Would you say Daniels deserves punishment beyond losing the case? Comment below with your thoughts.
Find all of that information, do all of that. You go to legal services, they in good faith Mr. Henry decides to represent you because you're saying that you've been locked out of the premises. We get here, for the second time that you've been here, Mr. McLaughlin was only here the one time, but we all get here, put you under oath, you give me your story, the story you give me, you lied. Now, in that same time, you are also lying to Community Mental Health, who is paying to put you up as though you had been locked out. You were not locked out.
Locked out.
No,
Honestly,
you weren't.
when he gave me, if you show the video, I go up the stairs. I'm beating on the door to get in. And I said to the gentleman, now they give me $400. The locks are already changed.
If that were the truth,
yeah,
then why wouldn't you have told me that you got the $400?
I'm just saying that I took it, you know, because I had no place to go.
Why would you?
I apologize. I have no excuse. I have no excuse.
Your story
I was
just
hungry,
keeps
and I was
changing. Your story keeps changing.
I was hungry when I was here, and I had medication stuff that I didn't have, and I had no place to go. I had no family friends. That's what I was saying. I had no place to go. As he shows the video, the door's already locked. The locks already changed. They've already changed the locks. The locks are already changed. And that gentleman come down and give me $400. The locks are already changed on the door. I couldn't get in.
Good. You tell me everything you want to tell me,
That's all.
because I don't want you to ever say I didn't give you a chance to tell me.
I told you everything. The locks are already changed on the door. When he came down, he gave me the $400, sir.
And I don't believe
And
you.
I took it.
And I don't believe you. I think that what happened here is you took the $400, voluntarily moved, which also then makes sense with what Mr. McLaughlin was saying and what he has in writing, that he agreed. You know what? I am not going to sit here and try to overtalk you, because if you keep interrupting me, you're going to be going with my bailiff. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. I'm not in an aggressive position. I'm not being that way. So I'll leave it if you want me to. Sorry.
The reason you took the $400 is because you voluntarily surrendered the premises. That's what the court's going to find, that you did that. And that the court also believes that you took the additional $400 that was later on given to you. It all makes sense. That's why Mr. McLaughlin said, I will keep, and it's in writing in a text, that he would allow your property to stay there for a month. And then he gave you more money. And you're just taking money and then coming to court, causing everybody all kinds of problems.
I know how to do it.
Oh, no, you don't even have any idea.
I took lumps. Sorry.
You keep interrupting me, so I'm done.
I didn't mean to Roxy. I apologize.
I find that there was no lockout. I also find that he voluntarily surrendered the premises. Mr. Henry, I know this is embarrassing for you because you came here representing your client, believing that all of this had happened. I find you, and have found you, always to be an honorable attorney and always put good faith arguments. And you properly did the right thing once you determined your client was an absolute liar. And that is, you filed your motion to withdraw. So prior to entering what I'm entering, I'm going to grant your motion to withdraw, find that it's surrendered. This case is dismissed, but you are entitled to possession of the premises. Oh, yeah. It's yours. He gave it up. You want to know what? You keep it up. What did I tell you? You think I'm kidding? Do you think I'm kidding? Then I'd suggest what you do is you turn around and you walk out and don't say another word to me, because if you say another word to me, you're going to go with Officer Mahalik. Have a great day.
And there it is. Judge Simpson delivers his final ruling. Case dismissed. Possession goes to the landlord. But the bigger story is about integrity. Daniels entered this courtroom claiming to be a victim of an illegal lockout. By the end, he was exposed as a serial liar who misled the judge, his own attorney, and even community mental health. Judge Simpson stayed composed, methodical, and razor-sharp, guiding the courtroom through the layers of truth, contradiction, and emotional fog. And when the ruling dropped, it wasn't a shock. It was the only logical outcome. This case reminds us that courts don't just rule on facts, they rule on credibility. And once that's gone, your case is gone too. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.